What's up, guys? I'm here with another Christmas gift item or something to buy for yourself. When we're talking about being in the kitchen and cooking, it's kind of hard to do any of that without having a good knife. And my number one pet peeve of cooking is using a dull knife. And let me tell you, I've never ever been into someone else's kitchen that has not presented me with a dull knife. So if you know someone that likes to cook and they're coming over to your house, or it's a family gathering and there's a chef in the family or something like that, you gotta have a decent knife, okay? I know that you guys have been using the same knives forever. You've had the same knives in your drawer, or either when you buy new knives, you buy those Walmart knives or those dollar store knives, or, something with the Pioneer Woman logo on it. Those are trash. Those are garbage. They're just not good. So, um, what we're looking at here is a knife maker and a knife brand called Tojiro. So this is the one I want to show you in particular, and you can see too, it's Amazon's choice. A lot of times I don't agree with Amazon's choice, um, but look, it's got 1,357 ratings, and it's 4.8 out of 5 stars. Whoever gave these 1-star review, whoever gave anything less than 5 stars for this knife is just absolutely insane. Okay, so this is a Japanese made knife. They are machine made knives. You're not going to get a handmade knife for $100. These actually used to be like $60, and unfortunately, with inflation, the price has risen to $100. But um, so the Tojiro DP Gyoto, the Gyoto is the Japanese version of a chef's knife, right? So you can see it's got the, let me click on the image here. I got a bad habit of, like, how can I, there we go, sorry. New to this. So you have this long, beautiful blade. Okay, it's like 8 inches, 8.2 inches, 21 centimeters. And right here at the heel of the knife, there's no big chunk of metal right here. So what that means is you're going to be able to sharpen this knife really easy. A lot of times right here, there'll just be like a huge round piece of metal. I don't know why people have designed knives that way. It's just idiotic. Um, and this is a really strong blade. It's a very strong blade, and the beauty of this is it's high quality steel, and you can sharpen it or have a professional sharpen this knife back to brand new. Usually people, knife sharpeners, charge like $3 an inch or something like that. So this is an 8-inch knife. You might pay like 25 bucks a couple of years from now to have this knife sharpened, and it will literally last you forever. Um, I have used probably every knife that they make of this particular design. And one of the great things about this is, yes, it's a Japanese knife, but it has what is called a Western handle, right? So most handmade Japanese knives are going to have a circular handle or sort of a D-shaped handle. And if you've been using a Western style knife your whole life, which you have if you're in America and you're listening to this, a lot of times it feels really weird. It takes some getting used to. So another reason that I love this is you can let anyone use this knife, and the grip is like very, very comfortable too. Um, it's a riveted handle. Like, you're not supposed to really machine wash these, but to be honest with you, have one at home that I've just, like, it's old and beat up, and I can still keep it sharp, but it just doesn't look pretty anymore. I've had it for years, and I wash it in the dishwasher sometimes, or sometimes, like, whatever, whoever's doing the dishes just throws it in there, and it's fine. Okay, so it's made out of VG10 steel, which is a super high quality steel for this price point. Um, and you're like gonna be, if you've never owned a good knife before, trust me when I say $100 for anything that's gonna last you an entire lifetime is cheap. If it's something like a knife that's going to make your life easier in the kitchen and more enjoyable and less stressful, like it's well worth the investment, because it's like you're looking at material right here and you're receiving something physical for your money, but the job that it does for you is so much more than that. Um, Frustration is not good for mental health, and that's exactly what a dull knife will give you. Um, so I'm trying to stop saying so much, because like I've watched my videos back. I'm like, man, I'm saying way too much. So yeah, I mean, just a couple of things that probably doesn't matter to you, but this right here is a outline of the shape of the blade. So it's equally sharpened on both sides. So you know, whenever you or someone else goes to sharpen it, you can reference this diagram and let them know, like, hey, it's the same angle on both sides of the blade. Um, Again, it's VG10 steel, and it's coated in 13 chrome stainless steel. It just gives it that really nice sort of flat polish. And I do believe these come with a sleeve to go over the knife. I don't think they come with um, any kind of case or anything like that. But look, this knife is incredible. And let's scroll down here. So they have a few different uh, other knives. There's a paring knife for $60 or a utility knife for $88.39. Those are both great deals. I've used both of those knives. This Tojiro brand is like literally for the money. I would never buy any other knife. They'll hold up. They'll hold up to a $1,000 knife, and you're going to be blown away when you pull this out of the package and you go to slice into an onion, or you go to slice into a potato or something like that. They are incredibly sharp. Okay. Um, it's just, I don't know if you could tell how excited I am about sharing this, but I was extremely excited to do this video, because I think a lot of people just need a good knife, and I've never been to someone's house that they've actually had even a decent knife. So Q and A's here. If you guys have any questions about this knife or knives in general, I've got a ton of knives. I've got really nice ones, and I've got Western made and Japanese made, and I've tested a lot of different knives. I'm actually really into knives. But here, let's read um, some of the mentions in these reviews. Chef knife, like I said, the Giotto means chef knife, razor sharp, sharp out of the box. Highly recommend. Well balanced. It is well balanced. It's not too heavy on the blade side or the handle side. It's not too light. Like, it has a very good weight to it. It just feels good in your hand. Great knife. Ever used. Probably best knife I've ever used. Knife I have ever. Yeah. So yeah, like, it doesn't make a lot of sense, some of these, but yeah, they're probably saying the best knife they've ever used. They're commenting on how good the steel is, super sharp, high quality, scary sharp, VG10 core. So someone that knows a little bit more about the metal in knives, like, basically what that means is there's some metals that are harder than others, some that are softer than others, and some also that are more reactive than others, as far as going through that chemical process that produces rust, right? So you always, even if you do machine, I'm not recommending that you machine wash this at all. Just, wash it very lightly with soap and water. You want to dry it completely. It is fairly rust resistant, but if you just leave water on it, yeah, it will rust. And you'll find that most of the high quality metals that are sought after for knife making, they are going to be a little bit reactive. So, anytime you cut citrus or just leave water on there, just be sure you clean the blade off. Um, like anything in life, it just requires a little bit of care. And if you give it a little bit of care, then it's going to last you a lifetime. And it's just an absolutely beautiful, like, classic design. I'm like looking at this here, and you can see like last purchase, July 27th, 2017, and I think it's funny that Amazon still has my purchase history, but it's true. Like, um, I don't recommend things that I haven't bought or haven't used. Maybe I might recommend something and I'm showing it to you on Amazon, but maybe I bought it somewhere else. But Amazon is just a good place because they have great customer service, and I'm really confident with their return policies, and that's why I'm an Amazon affiliate. And so when I'm recommending things to you, like I get a small commission. Like if you click the link below and buy this knife, I think I'll get 5%. So I might get like $5. Um, but the reason I'm recommending things on Amazon is because if you have any issues with it, I know that Amazon will take care of you. There's a lot of different places online that sell this knife, and something could happen in the shipping process, or there could be some damage, or it arrives damaged or whatever. I mean, human errors, but as far as stuff like that happening, I know that Amazon is going to have your back or whatever. So yeah, let's see here real quick. I'm going to show you um, a sharpening steel or a honing steel. Let's see if I can find a ceramic one for you. So ceramic is good. Diamond ones are, I'm trying to find the one that I've been using. So these diamond steels, they're actually like, they'll do the job really well. Like they will sharpen, or just to be clear, these don't sharpen your knife. These will straighten your blade out. It's a long conversation for a different video. These keep sharp knives sharp. Um, if you're trying to sharpen a dull knife, this isn't going to do the job. You're going to want a sharpening stone for that, or a whetstone. So, but the thing about diamond steels, they do work well, but they take a little bit more metal off each time you use them than another type of steel, like a ceramic steel. That's why I don't really like to use them. I mean, I've used them in the past. They work fast. They work good. And if you're in a pinch, your friend's got one or something, or you just end up with one, it's no big deal. But when we're talking about longevity and things like that, these ceramic steels work. Oh, the Messermeister. The one that I definitely would recommend. There you go. Look, last purchase, July 23rd, 2015. Like, I'm not lying to you guys. If you have a good knife that you want to keep sharp, you really should invest also in a honing steel. You don't have to have it, but it's going to keep your knife sharper longer. And this one is just, again, it's just very high quality. You can hang it up if you have somewhere to hang it. The handle feels good. These ceramic ones, as I'm sure you've seen like Gordon Ramsay, like honing his knife on his honing steel. But with these ceramic ones, as you hone your knives and straighten your blade back out to maintain the edge and the sharpness of the blade, you will see these are white, the rod is, and it'll start to turn gray. And what that is, it's just minuscule amounts of metal that is coming off of your knife, which is completely normal. It's fine. It's such a low amount, it literally would take a lifetime to file an entire knife down with one of these, because they're very smooth. And what you want to do is you want to just take a washcloth and some soap and water and just scrub all that metal off of there, because once it turns gray, it's going to really lose its ability to hone your knife, because at that point you're not the knife is not touching the ceramic rod, but there's that layer of metal in between that's going to be very smooth, and it's just going to prevent it from honing your knife. So just every now and then, wash the rod. You don't want to use a metal scrubbing pad. I've made that mistake before. It's like seems obvious, but I've like scrubbed it with. I'm like, why isn't this metal coming off? I was like, well, I'm just scrubbing it with more metal, and I'm actually putting more metal on it. So be sure you use a rag. Don't use any kind of like green scrubby or a scouring pad or anything like that. Just a regular washcloth is good. But let's see here. 1,037 reviews, and it has 4.7 stars. Again, it's just a great, great. And look, we're talking about best bang for your buck. And look, I'm a chef. I ain't got it like that. So I'm constantly having to find things that will not only survive but be able to stand up to my own skills in the kitchen. But I don't have a ton of money to spend. Like I don't have $100 to spend on a honing steel. I got to pay rent. So again, this will last you decades, okay, with proper care. So let's just real quick look at some of the key words here in the reviews. Messermeister's a good brand. They're a German brand. I would never recommend that you buy anything like these automatic sharpeners, especially for a nice knife. It's going to ruin your blade. They're just not good. Rarely is anything that's that easy also good. So let's see. Ceramic rod, we knew that. Razor sharp. Kitchen knives, much better. Honing rod, chef knife, make sure. Let's see what they're saying about make sure. So, do some research on how to use this item. You want to have the right angle with your knife. Whenever you're running your knife over the rod, I don't have my kitchen tools here with me right now, but yeah, so just you want to hold your knife at the same angle that the blade came from the factory. It's just look at the Tojiro page. It'll show you it's like between 12 and 15 degrees. And then if you have a German knife that you want to use, it's going to be a little bit steeper angle or a little bit lighter angle. It's about usually around 20 degrees. So again, another conversation for a different time. But look, I mean, that's not a Tojiro knife, but you can see right here in this picture, there's just a little bit of gray on that rod. This person's just used it very lightly, and that's the kind of residue that I'm talking about. Look, leave a comment below if you have anything to add that I missed, or if you know another great brand of knife that is similar quality to this or better for around the same price. Like I would love to see it. I just haven't ran across something that I like quite as much as this Tojiro. I just think it's absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to be doing more of these videos. I'm going to try to do a lot of them, honestly, now that I'm an Amazon affiliate. So please leave a like, subscribe to my channel, because I'll be doing a lot more kitchen tool recommendations based on my over decade-long career in James Beard award-winning establishments. So yeah, I'm going to just try to take some of the confusion out of buying some of this stuff for you guys. So see you next time.